What is up, my beautiful friends and future entrepreneurs? So if you are anything like me, 2 years ago, I was dreaming about creating my own work schedule, being able to work remote so I can work full-time from home. I can work where I'm traveling. I wanted no cap to my financial success, and I wanted freedom to live my life the way I wanted to live it while still making great money. So today I'm going to share with y'all 10 things I did to guarantee success with Amazon FBA private label. And this actually took me from getting laid off of my full-time job with benefits to full-time Amazon FBA private label and actually making money doing it. So if you're interested in this video, stay tuned. The first step I took is understanding my why. And I had a burning desire to escape that 9-to-5 rabbit chase, working up the corporate ladder, because I did not want to work my entire life just to make maybe $80,000 a year, if that. So I wrote out a very detailed list of what I wanted my life to look like at the end of the day. Then I wrote out a list of goals that can increase the chances that I get to that point. There, I listed out all the pains of not working towards those goals, and I listed out all the pleasures of working towards those goals. And that practice alone literally lit a fire under my butt to where I was ready to do anything I had to do to reach my end goal. So the first and most important step I took was focusing on education. Like with any business, you do not want to go into it blind, and I was not willing to take that risk, at least just hoping everything works out, because I saved up $5,000 working 3 jobs for many years. I was bartending, personal training, and working as a recruiter for the university. So I was not about to just play around with $5,000. And that's also why I couldn't afford a course or a mentor. So since I was freshly out of college and I worked for the university, I kind of changed my mindset to look at it like a college course where the research project is creating your own business by the end of the semester. And that's what I did. So I completely immersed myself in education. I can't tell you how many hours of YouTube I watched, how many notes I took. I listened to an entire podcast series every single time I was in the car. I was always reading blog posts. Like, I was just soaking up as much knowledge as I possibly could. And then after a few months, I had an entire binder of notes. So I made a little cheat sheet for myself, condensed those notes into just general steps to get started. And y'all were begging me for that list. So I finally found a way to create like a free little course that y'all can sign up for, and then it just has that cheat sheet laid out for y'all. So if you're interested, I'll have that linked below. So once you have a solid foundation of education, now the most important decision you are going to make, or one of them at least, is choosing a product to sell. And the next tip is hyper focusing on the helium 10 data you are seeing on Amazon.com. This is how you are going to choose a product to sell. We don't want to go into a business blind, just find a product we love and hope it works, because that's how most people fail if they don't go into this business understanding how it all works. So you need to use helium 10, and you need to be looking for not only a healthy profit margin on these listings, but you also need to assess the demand and the competition. So if you can find something in the middle where it has high enough demand, so that can be shown by 2 things: the keyword search volume, how many times are people searching for your product per month, and then also the bestseller rank. So this is out of an entire category. For example, let's say you're selling a product in home and kitchen, you are going to get assigned a bestseller rank. So if you see out of the millions of products in home and kitchen, one of your products you're interested in selling is ranking in the top 15,000 bestsellers, for example, and you see a few listings in the top 15,000, okay, like they're ranking in their category, they have high search volume keywords, demand's good. Then you also want to look at lower competition. And the reason this is important is because if you choose a product to sell, and on page 1, they all have 50,000 reviews, it's almost going to be impossible for you to get on page 1 and compete against those large, well-known brand names. But then also it's going to take so much time and so much money to even get to a point where you can compete with someone that established. So you want to be looking for products that have a lower number of reviews, whether it's your top competitors or the average reviews, which you see doing product research. So try to find a sweet spot, and then of course, double check your profit margins after you're getting quotes. Next tip that can 100% make or break your business is if you settle for suppliers. So your brand is only going to be as strong as the quality of your product. So do not hunt for suppliers that just have the cheapest cost because you want to save money. It is all about your customers, your customer experience, and you need a high quality product that you are differentiating or adding value to in whatever way that matters to you and or your customers. So do not settle when it comes to suppliers. You need to be looking for years of experience, amazing communication. Are they a verified seller? Do they offer trade assurance? So you really need to understand how to narrow down suppliers whenever you are searching, and then have it in your mind you are looking for the highest quality supplier that offers the highest quality product. So you should be reaching out to a ton of suppliers. You should be narrowing everything down. You should be ordering samples from your top few that you narrowed it down to, and then make a decision based on the quality, not the price. Because at the end of the day, you can always work with your budget. You may have to pay a little more money per unit if you're only ordering 100, but if the quality is there, you're going to have great reviews. So this can really make or break your business. You do not settle for suppliers. Another thing I did that really helped me stand out from my top competitors is extensive competitor research. So once again, you are using Helium 10, you are finding your top competitors that are the top selling, and then you are researching everything about their listing. What is in their images? What's the quality of their images? How are they selling their products? What are they saying in the description, the title, the bullet points, all of it? How are they pricing their product? What's their profitability? And you're going to use all this data so you know exactly how to make your listing stand out. And then another thing you can do is read the reviews, especially if you're struggling with an angle. And a way to like make your product be known it's different and more amazing is by looking at the reviews on their product. So you're like, oh, they hated how this product is flimsy. So in your images, you can highlight sturdy, premium quality, whatever the case may be. So by understanding your top competitors, that is going to give you a clear guide on the steps you need to take in order to make your listing stand out. And the entire goal of Amazon whenever you are launching a new product is to have as many competitive advantages as possible. So this could be reviews, review rating, pricing, better images, better infographics, better videos, whatever it is. You just want as many as possible as a new seller. And this is really going to help you see success a lot quicker. Another thing that's super important is making your product different or adding value to your product. You do not want to copy your top competitors' exact product, exact quality, exact same everything, and just lowball the price. Because what's going to happen is other sellers are going to come onto the market, do the exact same thing you did, and then you're going to have to keep cutting your price in order to make a sale, and you're going to race to the bottom. So if you decide ahead of time to add value or make your product different in a way that matters to customers, that is when you will actually race to the top. So if you're doing this product research and this competitor research, you are going to understand what is working for sellers, what is not working, and that will give you a clear guide on how you can add value. And there's so many ways. You can bundle a product, have different materials, different designs, colors, weight, shape, anything that makes it different. And that's something you can highlight within your listing to make your product stand out. Another way to stand out is branding your products. So you not only want to have a brand name that reflects your general niche of products, but you also want to create personalized packaging designs with your brand name on it. This is how you are going to sell under a brand name on Amazon without having to start as generic. If you start as generic, the only way to transfer to a brand name is deleting it and starting over. And you want your branding to target your target audience. You want, once they receive that package, you want them to be excited about your product. So if you have cute packaging that works with your niche, then they open the box, you have a product insert that has a discount on their next purchase. They're going to be so much more excited, and that customer experience is just going to really stand out. And if you can have your personalized packaging within your Amazon listing and your images, that is another way to make your product stand out over these other sellers who just have a general product in their images. So once you finally launch your brand new product and you've had 0 sales, you are going to be ranked on the last page for any keyword. So the only way you can start getting visibility for different keywords people are typing in is by using pay-per-click ads and running ads on these different keywords. And I highly recommend taking Helium 10's Amazon PPC Academy before you launch your product so you can kind of game plan what strategy is going to work for you. And there's no one-size-fits-all approach. That's why education is so important when it comes to Amazon PPC, because you will see every single Amazon seller on this planet literally has a different approach. And that's because it's all about trial, accumulating data, adjust what works, adjust what doesn't based on your specific product, listing, and offer at that time. Because you will also see too, your campaigns are going to convert a lot differently in the very beginning than they do when you change your price, your images, when you get more reviews or you have a higher star rating. So there are so many variables that are constantly changing, but I say start small, start with 1 or 2 campaigns, optimize them, and then kind of see what works and then experiment again and just repeat that cycle. And one of the most important tips I have is to not give up. Most people give up before they even launch, and most people give up before they even give their listing time to see success. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. You are building an actual business, an actual brand. So make sure you're keeping that promise to yourself. Do not look at the full picture of everything you have to do. Just look at the first step. What's the first thing I need to do? Sign up for an Amazon Seller Central account. What's the next step? Purchase Helium 10 and start looking for products. So just do one step at a time. And then once you do get up to launch, and if you're not seeing the results you want, that's when you look at your ads. That's when you look at your listing and you make adjustments until you get where you want to be. And I promise if you are consistent and you do everything I said in this video, you are going to be profitable. And that is it, my beautiful friends. If y'all have any comments, questions, concerns, please feel free to put them in the comments. And then I'm also going to put my free guide that I created for myself when I got started selling on Amazon within the description as well. It's just kbayfba.com. So yeah, I hope y'all found this video helpful, and until next time.